So I'm talking to my writers out there, my creatives, movie fans in general. We know the importance of a good log line, a good elevator pitch, how to get the gist of your story out in a compelling way really quickly. It's really good to work on this, and you could use other stories that aren't your own. Something came up just yesterday. My wife and I were out, and we were talking with somebody in their 20s who not only had never seen The Shawshank Redemption, but had never even heard of it. And so we were all excited, saying, "You're going to love it. Everybody loves it. It's one of the greatest movies. It's just one of the best movies ever made in my lifetime for sure." And she's like, "All right, what's it about?" And here's where the elevator pitch comes in. It takes place back in the 30s, and it follows a guy who's a really nice guy who gets found guilty of murder and sentenced to prison in this really rough prison. And when he's there, he gets to meet an older guy who's spent his whole life in prison. He's kind of a mentor figure. And after a while, he hatches a plan to escape the jail. And my wife kind of turns to me and says, for people that haven't seen Shawshank Redemption, it's really difficult to explain how good it is. And of course, at that point, we pivoted to it's really not so much about the story as much as it is about these characters. You're just really engaged with these great characters. And I think I did hit something right where I said, he's a really nice guy put in this difficult place. And I thought about it a little bit more after I got home. And, I think if I were to add something onto it, I would say, how does a guy who is very civil and sophisticated and charming and kind maintain who he is when he's put into a place that not only sees those attributes as a weakness, but makes him a target? How do you maintain yourself in that environment? Still, that's a little abstract. So I'm curious for anybody out there, especially people that have worked on telling their own stories, their own screenplays, movies, books. What would you do differently? What elements did I miss? Because it still doesn't sound engaging, to be honest with you. If you haven't seen the movie, you're not probably inspired to see it yet. So I am curious, what is the missing secret, the missing spice that's missing for my recipe so far? Please leave a comment.
Truly was a Shawshank Redemption.